It's the middleweight title fight that's been in the works for a year. Welcome into this edition of MMA Live Extra alongside Chael Sonnen, and I am Jim Basco. It's May 23rd in Las Vegas. Chris Weidman looks to defend his UFC middleweight belt against Vitor Belfort. Chael, this fight has been announced, called off numerous times already. Where does your interest level lie for this fight?
You know, I'm still there. This is the most promoted fight of all time in UFC history. They have spent more money on this fight than they ever have. Now, that wasn't necessarily intentional, but when you do three separate promotional tours, you start shelling out the money. Dana White's in this fight roughly $12 million. That's 3 times more than he should have been, but finally it is going to go down. Look, Vitor Belfort is a tremendous athlete. This guy's been around forever. This guy was fighting and winning UFC tournaments where he had to beat 2 guys in one night. Before I was ever involved with the sport, he's one of the guys that I watched and saw on television a lot. Chris Weidman is undefeated. He's an All-American. He's a world champion, and he is arguably the best the sport's ever seen. As for this matchup, Vitor Belfort, if he strikes, he's a sniper. He needs to put you down, and if he doesn't, things fall apart.
All right, this one nearly 11-month layoff for the champ, while Belfort has been on the shelf since November of 2013. So that being said, what sort of fight do you expect to see?
I think that Chris Weidman's going to come right out there. I think he's going to take Vitor Belfort down and wear him out. Vitor Belfort's a pretty big guy. He's coming down to this weight class. Supplementation has changed for Vitor. Some of the rules have changed. I was a victim of that as well, so I know a lot about this, but it will change him. This will be a different athlete. Is it going to be for better or worse? We're going to have to stick around and see. He's going to be smaller. We know that from the pictures we've seen from his training camps. That may mean that he's faster, and he's already the fastest, most accurate, hardest hitting guy in the division. Chris Weidman's defense is greatly underrated. The guy goes through 25-minute wars and almost never has a hand put on him. Anderson Silva, I don't know if he ever struck Chris Weidman one time clean. He's that good at slipping out of the way of punches. I think it's a very good match for Chris Weidman. But if you're fighting Vitor, be careful in the first round.
I think I know the answer to this, but who leaves Vegas with the belt?
Chris Weidman is going to win this fight. I think that he will eventually stop Vitor Belfort. But again, it's Vitor. You don't want to miss his fights. You don't want to blink when he's fighting. However, Chris Weidman represents the new breed of fighter.
There's a stoppage in this fight, ultimately.
I think there is, and I think it favors Chris Weidman.
ESPN will be at MGM Grand all week for UFC 187. For all the news and analysis, check out the MMA page right here on ESPN.com. For Chael Sonnen, I'm Jim Basco. Thanks for watching MMA Live Extra.